try and calm down and let's be reasonable. Hmm? Yeah. So, right. So, what's the name, sir?
My name is Danjuma Wakana.
Wakana. What do you have to say?
I'm from Adamawa State.
Right. What do you have to say about the protest?
And BSc Economics. That's my field.
Right.
The reason why for me to come out to protest is that we are tired of these people. Tinubu come in. Buhari was crying, say that my people are being cheated. And he permitted Tinubu to come in. He ruled. But as Tinubu come in, change everything, he said it is his money that brought him to that seat.
Yeah,
so now what I want to tell you is that what I'm trying to tell you now as I am, based on this condition now, education-wise, people have not approved. There should be freedom, as in free education, to each and every Nigerian. Each and every Nigerian is entitled to collect money from that oil state, Niger Delta. Go? But people are suffering. To eat food is hard. To survive becomes difficult for people. And you are a governor, and we have everything in this country. You are a president, fuck with him. We are tired of, if you cannot, somebody at the age of 80.
See, no, listen to this. Let's get the issues in proper perspective.
Okay.
The reason why this protest is going on, there are specific reasons why they are going on, isn't it? And why you came out. What exactly are those things? Why? What's the motivation for coming for this protest?
1 point. Somebody at the age of 80 cannot decide my dream. At the age of 40. Somebody at the age of 80 cannot decide my dream.
We've gone beyond that now. We've gone beyond that now. He's the president right now. What exactly do you think he should be doing to make things better for every Nigerian? That's the point.
Should launch all the whole refinery that locked down by Babangida. Then launch Dangote's refinery. So that the food will come down, then the price of food will come down.
All right.
And everybody will be content.
All right. So as far as you're concerned, as soon as that is done, we won't have any reason for this.
Will come down.
All the prices will come down.
Take a little time.
Right. And since you say you have an economics background, you definitely know what you're saying.
I know the reason why I say this.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Yeah. This is KAFTAN TV, and you're going live. It's not a recorded thing, so you're live on air. What's your name?
We're catching also Kingsley.
No, just you're fine.
We're catching also Kingsley.
So, why are we here? What's your take?
Okay, we are here to end the bad governance. We are here to end the bad government policies on us, on our education, our everything in this country is very bad. It's not going well. Number one, in terms of, can you just imagine coming down to this place? On the normal, I do spend less than 300 naira coming down here. But today I spend not less than 1,500 to get to this place. The same distance, the same place, the same time. How far? Now, what is really happening? In terms of the prices of food, dollar, everything. I don't really know what's happening.
Okay, so because of the inflation, the high cost of goods and services.
Not just inflation, but double inflation.
All right, so what exactly would you want the president or the government to do right now to assuage your feeling?
Is he going to listen to us? Has he been listening to us?
Since yesterday,
has he spoken?
No, let's think that they are working on something. Let's say that he wants to speak. What area would you want to be specifically addressed?
For me, I believe for every person, they should make things common. They should make prices of things affordable for every person. Number one, let them concentrate on our refineries. Number two is the rate of the rate of dollar is very high on us. Right. Please, I think they should try to work on it and try to give us a listening ear. Another one is on political brutality. It is very high. They've been attacking us. It is not making sense.
Thank you. The Muslim people just finished their prayers and they're back in the solidarity songs.
Strike or protest, there is a way you will engage the government. You understand? Is a decision making. You understand, in a way that is an input and output. You negotiate, you land in one position. This is not labor. Labor have done their own. And the day labor shut down this country for one day, on that very day, the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria asked the Minister of Finance, the coordinating Minister of Finance, to come out with a framework to solve this matter. You understand?
I do.
Now, we had from the beginning what the organizers or the so-called organizers of the protest are asking is end bad governance. Yeah. End bad governance is wide, it's encompassing. You understand? There is so many things in end bad governance. You understand? And there is,
but they have issued a list
and
of
there is
items.
a demand.
They have issued
that's why I'm going.
list of demands. Okay.
There is a list of demands, 4 of them, which are valid one. You understand? But when the aims have changed to hunger protests and Nigerians are hungry, we don't believe that. There is a food everywhere in our market. Anywhere there is a food. There is no food scarcity, like he said. But there is a scarcity of money. You understand? There is scarcity of money. And the reason why we don't have much money is because of the devaluation. So the Naira don't have a purchasing power. If you have a money to buy a bag of rice today, it will shrink to half a bag. You understand?
Or even below.
That's an economic problem. Directly, it's not a hunger. You understand? Secondly, like the youth organization, you see, in advanced countries, in African countries, all over the world, they have what they call, who they call a youth leader, who represent them, who negotiate with the government, who feed them back, you understand, and who they support. If he said yes, it's yes. If he said no, it's no. You understand?
Yeah.
That's a youth leader. I will give you an example of so many countries. Even in Africa here, Malema, Julius Malema in South Africa, he's a youth leader. From apartheid to their independence, they organized over 1,000 protests.
Yeah.
And in that 1,000 protests, there is no vandalization, there is no looting, and there is no fighting. But there is a clash between police and the Protestants. Some they use rubber bullet, some they use tear gas.
Okay.
You understand?
Can I let me remind our viewers.
Yeah, because I think it's undermining Nigerian news now.
We are going to open our telephone lines. You react to that.
Yeah, react to this man.
You want to react.
Okay.
We're going to open our telephone lines. Okay, the telephone line is right there on your screen. You can call in to make the program conversation. Please tell us how you feel about the protest that is ongoing across the country. This is day 2, and this is also your show. Duke Alambo, you can respond.
I think, first of all, it's an insult to Nigerian youths for him to sit down here and say that we are not organized. I'm sure he has children, as he seated here with us. I'm sure he's a Nigerian and he feels the impact of what is going on in the country.
He does.
I'm surprised he's saying that there's food sufficiency in this country. You should mention which factories that are producing the food in this country. When a country's currency is devalued to where it is not having powers to purchase food, is that what you call food security in the country? Is it part of this in this country? I made mention here that this rally, this protest, even though we don't want the instrument of protest to go on, this protest has been lingering since May.
Yeah.
Letters have been written to federal government, letters have been written to ministers that Nigerians are buying. Fuel rose from 1% to almost 130% increment.
And it's not true that there is no leader.
So is he sitting down here saying that there are no youths in the country? These are the people that are undermining. These are the people that are undermining the strength of the demography that we're talking about. He's sitting down here to undermine Nigerian youth.
There is no demography.
Are we not having our voice? These protests are doing. Are we faceless? I sat down here. I own up to the protest. It is because few days to the protest, federal government started calling us. Basically, the House of the National Assembly. We all went there to answer to them. Is that not, are we not youth that went there? I wish that we have the video to play here, where I basically spoke to the leadership of the National Assembly. These are the people that are killing this country. These are the people that do not want the good thing for this country. We sympathize with our youth that the suffering had made them go out. We didn't want them to go out to suffer what they are suffering. But to come and sit down here on the studios and say that Nigerians do not have youth, Nigerians do not have youth, Nigerians do not have this thing. Whether you want to call men, young men, whatever they call them young men or whatever. How old are you? Youth. What is my youth? 50. You are calling yourself a youth. Are you my father? If I'm not a young, who are you? I'm not a young man. I'm not 40. If I'm more than 50, how old are you? Allow the young man sit down here and undermine Nigerian youth. If you are collecting money from I'm not on the what I have to do here. I'm not on the people are suffering this country and you are talking about nonsense people are dying on the street and you are talking rubbish. Nigeria, they are alone three. People have to say, you kill them. To this fight, even for Nigeria, you alone. No, let me ask you, to this fight, even for Nigeria, you alone. People are suffering.
Let's join our correspondent.
People are suffering. And you come here to say that Nigeria, you are pushing the young people in the street.
After the interview on the field, we'll come back to the studio. Please be with us.
The Bible says, seek you the kingdom of God, other things shall follow. Tinubu, restore subsidy first. The protest will stop. Reform subsidy. Restore it and remove corruption in subsidy. Remove the corruption, not the subsidy. We want subsidy back. Remove corruption in subsidy and bring it back. Look for a man of integrity, a man of impeccable character to manage the subsidy. We can suggest one to you. We suggest Falana. Let him manage the subsidy. The way you, Tinubu, have gone to fish out Jimovia to manage the student loan. We are recommending to you as civil society organization. Falana has built a reputation that he will not want to rubbish his reputation. Let him manage the reform subsidy. Reform the subsidy, bring it back, fight the corruption in subsidy. Prosecute those that have stolen our money in the name of subsidy. That is number one prayer. If you do it, every other prayer, every other demand is subsumed under subsidy. Return subsidy. If you don't, you don't know what the protesters are asking for. Listen now. Return subsidy. Remove the corruption in subsidy. It's simple. If this man has listening ear, he should have done that since yesterday. He should even have addressed the nation since yesterday. But he's a man that is clueless. Tinubu is now a terror. He has unleashed economic terror on Nigerians. And now he unleashed physical, harmful terror on the protesters. But history will remember you for what you have done. Thank you so much.
Okay.
We can fight government.
You're welcome back. You're welcome back. If you're just joining us, you're still on the Polity, a program that takes a deep dive into political events making rounds in Nigeria, unfolding political events, and we'll be in the studio. It's getting heated up, even right in the studio, just as the tension is very high on the street. Let's take this our first caller, Gaju. Hello, good afternoon. This is the Polity. Hello, we can hear you. What's your name, please?
If only talk of what you are passing through. If out of the population, we have millions of population of Nigeria suffering, and just 1% are not in the pains of Nigeria. And somebody is sitting down there saying there's no hunger. What gives him the proof that there's no hunger? Have you ever gone to slums and seen what people are passing through? Have you ever seen pregnant women suffering, not even able to have access to good health care? Have you ever seen nothing mother going through the pain of not being able to take care of their children? Have you ever seen unemployment and rate of unemployment in Nigeria? Have you ever seen people living in slums?
It's not in Nigeria. I want to challenge you. You can't challenge me. I'm telling you.
The wrath of God will come if many of these political leaders don't repent, because pain is everywhere. People are dying.
Thank you, Akola. Although
people's lives are wasted because we don't have good leadership.
you didn't tell us your name and where you're calling from.
I'm not able to disclose my name, but the pain is enough to know what
Yes, these are genuine grievances.
everybody is fine.
Did you participate in the protest? Did you participate? Did you take part in the protest?
I didn't work for the protest, but I am in support support.
Yeah,
I am in
support.
support of the protest.
Okay.
And I am praying that there should be no loss of life.
Okay.
I am praying that God himself, they should see the hand of God in this protest. And know that it is God that has raised Nigeria, not some men somewhere, not some men to decree the citizens of this nation.
Thank you very much. You can feel the pain in her.
So you can see. Please, I have the floor, please. You can see that it's amazing. Even the president had come up to own that they're suffering in the land. So we cannot allow cheap politicians that are used to come to the studio to propagate those agendas.
He's not a politician.
So we cannot allow that. Not even where we are seated.
Gajo is a businessman.
Even the president had come up. Even in the National Assembly where we attended meetings with them, they own up that in fact they also feel it, because don't forget.
You hold your thoughts there. We have a caller. Hello, good afternoon. This is the Polity.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Your name, please, and where you're calling from.
My name is Matthew Anko. I'm calling you from Benue State.
Matthew, you are a regular caller from Benue State. Please go ahead with your contribution. Go ahead, Matthew.
Thank you very much. I really appreciate the brothers in the studio. Thank you for that heated debate.
Thank you.
It shows that both of you are really Nigerians and you love Nigeria.
Yes, we love it too.
Both of you really love Nigeria. I really appreciate what you are saying.
Thank you.
But I want to make this point still very clear today again. And I'm praying to God that somebody listen to what the youth leader in the studio is saying. Pray that somebody listen to what the other businessman in the studio is saying, and listen to every caller's advice in respect to this protest. Our prayer is for this protest not to go out of hand. It's for this protest not to go out of hand. And our prayer is for God to beg politicians not to make careless statements. For example, the type of statement the Senate President made the other day shows that they don't even have Nigerians at heart. We are praying to God that they should avoid careless treatment. These young boys and young girls on the street, go look at their faces, hear what they are saying. None of them are happy. Things are tough. And I want to let you guys know that if anybody feel he or she is not feeling the heat, is not feeling the pain, is not feeling the hunger, you shouldn't think there is no hunger in the land. I am still appealing to President Ahmed Tinubu to please come out and speak to the nation.
Okay.
Speak to the nation.
Exactly what you said.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, my brother.
Matthew. Matthew talked about the fact that he said he prays that it doesn't go out of hand.
Yes.
And he also condemned the careless statements coming from leaders, particularly, the leadership of the government. But let me remind us that the death toll is already 21. Injuries 176. And on record, arrests have been made of 1,154. We're not talking about properties that have been looted, infrastructure has been burnt down.
These are the consequences.
And the loss of 6 billion naira as of yesterday.
Yes, these are the consequences. This is why we and other youth leaders that met with the National Assembly proposed that the rally shouldn't hold. But if you also look at the time frame, like I also told the leaders of the National Assembly, people, as we are sitting down here, our colleagues are preparing. Yeah. We just did it on the 31st. First is the proposed date. Our colleagues are already preparing. We will allow the protest, any of them that want to go for the protest to go. Why do we do this advocacy? But within this period, from now to 10th of August, federal government should categorically say something that will make this protest come down. You saw some of our colleagues said on field that if the president makes a statement contrary to what they are saying now, they will turn this protest to appraising the government. One of it is checking into that fuel subsidy. Okay. The cost of product within that, the cost of within that product.
Everything is tied to
it. What is affecting this thing.
So let's take this caller, please. Okay, we have lost him. Go ahead.
We agree that he meant well, removing fuel subsidy. But if it has turned this way, 1 year in his government, he has also his difficulties.
Okay, he has his difficulties. Let's take this caller. Hello, good afternoon. This is the Polity.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon. Your name, please, and where you're calling from?
I'm Reverend Daniel from Kogi State.
Okay, go ahead, Reverend Daniel.
Thank you for the opportunity
It's your show. Go ahead.
Yes, sir. So we want our president to speak to the people. This thing, we are praying seriously so that this protest should not lead to war. And that is what we are trying to bring about, even in the church and anywhere we are. People are hungry. Even as I'm talking to you now, there is no food.
Yeah.
Everywhere. Our brother said that there is food. If you don't have money, how are you going to buy those food?
Okay, thank you.
Those food they are selling outside is very cost.
Okay.
So we are praying that it will not lead to war.
Thank you very much, Daniel. Now, at this point, we are going to join our KAFTAN news crew on the streets, led by Dayo Amogun, for more interviews to feel the pulse of protesters. Yeah, welcome back, gentlemen. We have a technical glitch there.
Yeah.
That doesn't matter. We are making valid contributions in the studio. Go ahead with your
yes. So I was going to say that the president also have his difficulties in running the country. It's not palatable where he is. We are all aware of that. But if in 1 year, instead of solutions, we are seeing that the economy is getting dwindling down the more. We should not apply the same method. We should change.
Okay. Talking about change, let's take this caller. Hello, good afternoon. This is the Polity. Yeah, we can hear you loud and clear. Your name, please, and where you're calling from.
Okay, I'm Mr. Joseph. I'm calling from Jos.
Okay, Joseph from Jos.
Yes.
Go ahead with your contribution.
I want to commend you for the work you're doing there.
Thank you so much.
Yes, we enjoyed the program very well.
Okay, we appreciate.
Secondly, I want to say that Nigerian youth these days, they are suffering so much that there is no job and the cost of living is going higher. Now you see a youth that will become 40 years and still in his father's house sitting there. There is no any future for the youth in Nigeria. So the government should take this protest seriously. That is two. Three, let me say this. You've been talking about removing fuel subsidy. How about the multi-blending of oil? Nobody is talking about it. How about the bundle issue that people are raising? This so-called subsidy is being perpetrated by Tinubu himself, not any other person. Let's look at this issue of if there's corruption in fuel subsidy. Where is the issue of Owando? Where is the issue of the multi-blending of fuel outside Nigeria, where they are bringing it? Why people are not talking about that? Let's get to that Tinubu himself. You said they're blending oil company in Malta. What are they doing about it?
Okay.
So let the government take this issue seriously. Otherwise, this thing will get out of hand and they cannot control it. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Joseph from Jos. You heard what he said. He talked about the allegations leveled by Aliko Dangote with regards to government officials having a petroleum blending plant in Malta. These are allegations that are not substantiated.
Thank you very much. Please, I want to start from where I have stopped before he interrupted me. And please, I beg your pardon, please.
Go ahead, please. He doesn't
when
interrupt.
I'm talking, please, don't interrupt.
No, it will be interrupted if he's undermining us. I think we came here to have a fair discussion on opinion. You understand? So if you begin to say things that undermine our demography, it will be better, because number one, is not my father to know my age. Number two, he doesn't have the statistics of youth. He does not have the statistics of youth engagement in this country. It doesn't have it. So don't sit down here to say things that yes, we are high. I told you that I came here to advocate. And this is my protest. I came here to protest.
We are going to protest.
We don't like what is happening on the field there, caused by both government and our youth.
Yes.
We understand all of that. So we are here to advocate. So we don't want anybody that come and still temper us the more. When you want to contribute, you contribute fairly.
We couldn't allow him to start. The moment. Go ahead.
You see, I'm a public affairs analyst and also a businessman.
That's right.
Whatever I will say the truth and nothing but the truth. And I don't have any personal issues with anybody. You understand? but I have my own opinion on what is happening in Nigeria today.
It's an entitlement.
You understand? He misunderstood me when I said we don't have youth leaders. I'm not undermining you. I'm not undermining anybody. I'm not undermining the youth demography. You understand? My my presentation that I want to build on it is both the youth and the public interest of Nigeria is one. I made mention of end bad governance before it turned to hunger. End bad governance means return back the subsidy, because government is suffering from the subsidy, and also Nigerians are also suffering from the subsidy, in the sense that ministries, departments and agencies, security forces vehicles, they must be fueled maybe a 30,000 minimum, 30,000 naira fuel a week. If you calculate those vehicles, the government fuel is hitting over 1.8 trillion to 2 trillion. So why won't you bring back the subsidy so that you can organize your government or your policies? Because this policy has somersaulted. You understand? Put the refineries in order. 4 refineries, you put them in order. When you put them in order, you can remove the subsidy when fuel is available. When we start refining our fuel, you understand? Our refineries, employment will come, businesses will open. You understand? We will stop importing fuel. You understand? And it will cut our foreign exchange, and naira will gain its value.
And this form part of the
you understand? Yes, that's why I'm going. You understand? Secondly, the second demand is insecurity. People can't go to the farms. People can't go to their villages. People can't travel freely. You understand? And all is caused by bad governance. This one is bad policy that's somersaulted, but this one is bad governance. You understand? Now, that's the second one. The third one is the economy. You understand? The economy is not moving. Manufacturers are not manufacturing. Small scale are not producing. Home businesses are no longer there. What I mean by home businesses is those who are doing Zobo, Tiger Nut, kuli, and so on, what they put in their fridge, chin-chin, pop and meat pies and cakes. You understand? Because of cost of electricity. Remove that. Allow the economy to function. You understand? To determine how it will revolve itself. But you strangle the economy. You strangle the heart of Nigerians, and also you impose hardship on them. The last one is there is a subsidy in education. There is subsidy in agriculture. There is subsidy in healthcare. You understand? All these things are no longer there. Fertilizer is over 48,000 to 50,000. Yeah. So if you have 1 hectare, how many bags of fertilizer do you have to farm your one acre? You understand? That's what we are saying. So now the insecurity. Look at Nigerian police. Look at the military. They are overwhelmed. Let us say the truth. They are overwhelmed. Even the civil defense that was created to help police are now incapacitated because there is lack of manpower. I think even one of the security agencies has even admitted that they don't have manpower to contain or to support the Protestants. You understand? Now, the second part of it, where you got me wrong. You understand? When we say we are hungry, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, he took our hunger for granted and gave us 20 trailers of rice.
Yeah.
That is why I don't subscribe to hunger matter. It's not, I'm not saying Nigerians are hungry, are not hungry.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yes.
We need
more than that.
We need more than that.
Okay,
we need policy, not stipend.
Okay.
You understand?
Gajo, I quite agree with you that we need policies, not stipends. But let's join our KAFTAN news crew on the street so that we can hear, we'll feel the pulse of protesters. When we come back, we'll continue from where we start. You're welcome back, and it's still the a political program that takes a deep dive into unfolding political events in Nigeria and even beyond the shores of the country. And now there's a breaking news that says following distress calls on the activities of some hoodlums who took advantage of the ongoing protest, which began on Thursday, 1st August 2024, to block the Lugbe end of the Shehu Musa Yar'Adua Expressway at about 10 p.m., embarked on a massive robbery, and assault of innocent citizens, which led to an exchange of fire with police operatives in Lugbe area of Abuja. The Federal Capital Territory Command hereby puts all medical personnel in and around the Federal Capital Territory on high alert to the possibility of receiving victims with gunshot wounds. In line with the compulsory treatment and care for victims of Gunshot Act 2017, it is instructive to note that such patients come under medical emergencies that require urgent attention in order to save the life of the patient and should be accorded all necessary medical assistance. However, the police division and formation within the jurisdiction of such hospital or healthcare facility should be informed to interview such patients so as to ascertain their presence, and roles in the prevailing security situation in the FCT. The Commissioner of Police hereby warns unscrupulous elements who may want to hide under the guise of protest to carry out heinous crimes such as armed robbery, shop breaking, rape, assault on innocent citizens, and vandalization of public property to desist from such as police officers and other security agents have been put on red alert to curtail them and maintain law and order. The Commissioner of Police in charge of the Federal Capital Territory, Commissioner of Police Bennett C. Igwe, while appreciating residents of the FCT for their continuous cooperation, assures that all relevant measures will be put in place to ensure that the current protests do not infringe on their fundamental rights or cause them, losses or damage to their property. This message, was a statement from Superintendent of Police Ade Josephine. She's the Police Public Relations Officer of the, Federal Capital Territory Police Command, Abuja. With that, gentlemen, you've heard the breaking news from the police command of the Federal Capital Territory. It has degenerated into armed robbery. Yeah. And that is the fear you have entertained.
Yes.
The government should have mitigated this thing earlier on so that it will not, snowball into something untoward. And that's exactly what is happening. How would you react to that?
Okay, well, it's not strange. Well, I appreciate a very smart CP in the FCT. I think I want to also thank himself and his men for the thus far. Yesterday we saw them escorted the protesters from the from the stadium.
Yes.
Politely and cordially down until there's a court injunction with the court injunction restricting them from the areas and until they started shooting this thing. Well, you cannot take away these issues within the protest. Like I said, we are not formidable enough. It was citing an instance. Those are countries that they know their onions. Yeah. We in our demographic, like we are still not there. I can agree that we are not still not there. While we are intending to carry out a peaceful demonstration with good aims and objectives, some of our colleagues, some people that do not even know, you saw some people that are interviewed, they don't even know what the protest is all about.
Yes.
So this is a mixture of...
And what pains me more, the reason why I even said we don't have youth leaders in Nigeria, is because nuns went to the presidency and I don't know what happened, and they came out and they said they are not in support of the protest.
Now that's Nigerian
Student Association.
Yes.
Okay. You understand? Which is very, very wrong and very disappointing. You understand? Traditional leaders went there. Emirs and Obas and Ezes went there. You understand? Everybody is going there. We don't know, and they will come out, they will not address the country. They will not say, this is what we have discussed with the president, this is what he agree, this is what he discussed.
No, sorry, let me, point of correction. No youth body have met with the president. No youth president have met with the president directly.
No, I'm not saying youth president.
NANS, National Association of Nigerian Youth.
It's Ondo State NANS that took a position against the protest. Ondo State NANS.
Yes, because according to the charter, because
it's not on record that NANS met with Mr. President.
It's not on record.
Let me tell you, is one of the charter of student association.
You're correct.
You understand? If a body of a state
take a position, it affects the national.
Also, ASU too is the same thing. If ASU of Unilag or Uniben took a position, is binding on all
what I know is that we were called.
Sorry, Duke, before you continue.
Right.
I would like to hear that.
Yes.
What you were told. Well, let's take this caller. Good afternoon, and this is the Polity from KAFTAN Television Live from Abuja Studios. Your name, please, and where you're calling from. Go ahead, we can hear you. Raise your voice a little bit, please. You are not very, very audible. Hello, good afternoon. You are on to KAFTAN Television, the Polity.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon. Your name, please, and where you are calling from.
Yes, my name is Odi.
Chukudi from...
Odi.
Okay, Odi.
From Ekiti.
Ekiti, go ahead with your contribution.
Okay, I just want to make an issue clear.
Okay.
When they talk about meeting with the president, meeting with the government officials and all of that, how many people did the president convey meeting before he made that declaration of fuel subsidy removal? It is just because our people, when they want to buy time, they are not sincere. We have never had a sincere leader. With the soul of later who are rest in peace, the only sincere, most sincere president that we've ever had, and the combination of that guy and Jonathan was actually the best. Can Tinubu come out clearly to apologize to them with what he did in 2012? Because everything is stood against that is what he is doing. In fact, he has done worst. Let us be very frank. The leaders have taken the Nigerian citizens for granted for too long. You can't be telling me over a month they tell you a protest will hold for a very long period. Until 1 week to the period, and then you are running from pillar to pole, having meeting with Sultan, having meeting with this one, having meeting with this one security chief, and then you deploy them against the city. It is very unfortunate that even the security personnel that have been deployed most time to attack the innocent protesters are also members of the suffering masses. But they are still allowed themselves to be used because they have not, I don't know what, because if you tell me to go and do a wrong thing, I think I should be able, the sanity in which to be able to tell me that I have We are the suffering people. The elites have no religion. The elites have no political party. As long as it's beneficial to both of them across political lines, or even those that are even in the entrepreneurial setting, there are also people that are united, highly united, so long as common benefit is concerned.
Thank you,
Ode.
Ode.
Only when they want to use the masses that they will tell you, yeah, it's your brother.
Thank you, Ode.
I think a lot of people who should be sincere to our conscience for once.
Okay, thank you.
Everything, why are we suffering like this?
Thank you, Ode.
You know what fuel subsidy removal of course. People they need food.
Yeah.
You know what to do. They want to do the right thing. They actually know. Because they are also from this place. Why is it that their children are not here? If the country is good. If what they are doing is good.
Okay.
Yes, 60 minutes has expired.
Other nations working freely.
Thank you, Ode. Thank you so much, Ode. He has raised so much valued points.
Yes. Let me briefly before you. You see, this is a valid question he raised. When he was removing the subsidy,
he didn't meet.
One, he removed the subsidy in Eagle Square. He went out of script.
Yeah, that was part of the script.
And the sentence, the words and the sentence, if you compose them, they are 30 seconds.
And there are 3 words.
Subsidy has been removed.
Subsidy is gone.
And subsidy is gone and is gone for good. And today, 1 year, 2 months, 1 year, 2 months, that subsidy still remain with us. Today they will say it's been removed. Tomorrow they will say it's back. This and that and that. You understand? So at that time that he declared the removal of the subsidy, he don't have a ministers.
Okay. Yes.
He don't have a national assembly. Correct. He don't have advisors. He don't have anybody. It's only him and Kashim Shettima that were sworn in.
Okay, Gajo, let's take a short break and join our colleagues, the KAFTAN media team led by Dayo Amogo on the street, so that we can feel the pulse of protesters right on the ground. You're welcome back. If you're just joining us, this is the Polity live from KAFTAN television studios in Katampe, Abuja. My name remains Macaulay Hunawashi, and remaining with me in the studio in the course of this show, no other persons than Habib Gajo, political affairs analyst, and our very in-house resource person here, a regular face on KAFTAN TV studios, and Duke Alamboye is a comrade and national president of Nigerian Youth Organization, and we are here taking a look at the protest. This is the second day of the protest and reactions, actions and outcomes of 1.5 days of the planned protest. Before we went on that break, you were on a line of thoughts. Go ahead, please.
Okay, so I was going to explain. Youth bodies were invited by the leadership of the House of Representatives and the members. So we attended that meeting day before yesterday, and we heard what they told us. Basically, is that they want to hear from us. They